We are live. Hello, Julie.
Hello, Tina. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so happy to be back.
We missed you. I missed you. The show's not the same without you.
Long
It's
time
our
ago.
show. Yeah, I know. I know. It was a good way to learn, and
You did wonderful. You did. I watched it and you did very, very good. I was proud of
yeah.
you because only I know how hard this is. I really do. I know how hard this is. So I was very proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, because it's not the same. I enjoy working with you on this show, and it's just nice to have that back and forth, and talk with
Yeah.
someone. I like working in groups at the time, so
Yeah.
yeah. So this is a group thing. This is
Yes.
this is our thing. So anyway,
That's right. That's right.
so
And I've been very spotty in and out. My dad is, as everyone who watches us knows, my dad has cancer and he's got stage four
yeah,
cancer. So we're right in the midst of chemo. And this is just the hardest time of my life and my whole family's life. So I will be in and out, kind of not consistent for a little while. But I am with you and I am with our viewers and I am not going anywhere. So if you guys can all just hang in there and have some patience with me. I am here with you, and I love being here with
yeah,
you all. So,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. And the other thing too, it's like summer in our region because at times we do have viewers from the southern hemisphere, so it's winter there, but summer is up where we live. So you know, we're thinking of doing a summer schedule, right? So we won't be on every week anyways.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, just because I think everyone, like, I want holidays, you want holidays.
Yeah. We just need some breaks for
Yeah,
sure
and
so that we
people
can come back
really,
better.
yeah, yeah,
Good.
yeah. So,
Oh, sure.
oh, I didn't want to show that. So I'm so already we have spammers.
Carrie. Oh, do we? I see Carrie. Hello,
Yeah,
Carrie. Nice to see you. I have a little delay, so I don't always
okay.
see everything right away.
Yeah, and my Wi-Fi signal's showing up on the screen as if it's saying like it's not very strong. I don't know why, because I'm in the same room as the Wi-Fi
Yeah.
box. So if
Yeah.
anybody, like if you guys can't hear me or if I freeze, please let me know because I can't tell.
Yeah. I'll let you
Yeah.
know.
But I can hear and see you wonderful, like just great.
Well, we can hear you and see you. So we're
Okay.
good.
And
Yes.
Brenda Benjamin is here. Hello, Brenda.
Hi,
Carrie.
Brenda.
Doreen, your mom. Hi,
Oh,
mom. Nice
she's
to
going
see
through
you,
such a
mom.
hard. If everybody could just send my mom and dad just a really good healing
Yeah.
prayer, it does so much wonders, and my mom needs it so badly. So let's just take a second and
Yes,
send love
everyone.
to my mom and
Okay.
dad. Yeah.
So this is what I'll do. And Sarab is here.
Hi.
Um, Sarab, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Um, so what we'll do is just quickly, as we're waiting for more people to join in, um, we so we're going to do readings, whatever comes through.
That's
So
right.
because we
That's
have a
right.
question if we're doing mediumship. I mean, we don't, that's not the focus. It's like, so Julie uses the tarot cards and I use numerology. And then, like, if you have a specific question, we'll address that question as best as we can pick up on according to our psychic abilities. And if you don't have a question, then we'll share whatever comes through. So I hope that answers your question, Sarah. So, okay, so let's just do a quick sending beautiful healing energy to Doreen and your dad and your
Walt.
dad's
Yes.
and your dad's first name. Say it for everyone, please, Julie.
Walter. Walter.
Walter.
Yeah.
Okay. So deep breath in and just imagine a beautiful green hue, green light, and we're sending it to Walter. And just imagine him receiving the green light from head to toe. You don't have to know what he looks like, but just imagine just Walter, however you picture him, or just picture the green light. And then also we're sending green light to Doreen. so that they feel calm, centered, love and light. Okay, here we go.
Oh,
Thanks,
thank you.
everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So
Thanks,
appreciated.
everyone. Okay, so today's show is free mini psychic reading. So Julie likes to use her tarot cards, and they're beautiful decks that she uses, and she's wonderful in interpreting the cards. And I will be using numerology, so that's based on your date of birth. So if you're not shy, share your date of birth in the comments. And the other thing we want to say is if you have a specific question, yeah, please ask that question and we'll address it. If you don't, then we're just going to do a general, whatever comes through strongest. These are mini readings, so we'll try not to be more than 5 minutes per person. A lot of times, sometimes it'll be less, so it could be like a few minutes because we want to get through as many people as possible. Also, too, we know we have frequent viewers, and so we will try to get to those that haven't had a reading from us before first, and then we'll go to those who've been here, a handful of times or a few times,
Yes,
right?
because we
Yeah.
appreciate you so much. We don't want you to feel left out
Yeah, that's
just
right.
because you're not new.
That's right. And one last thing. So the spammers come on. So there will be people who will come in and they'll either try to contact you directly or they'll ask you to contact them. We do not vouch for them. They're not affiliated with Julie. They're not affiliated with me, Enlightened Energy. We don't know them. We can't vouch for their services or what they do. So it's buyer beware. I mean, you're all adults. It's your choice if you want to follow through and contact them or let them reach out to you. But they are not in no way, shape, or form affiliated with us. Okay. So I'm and Julie are going to try to block them and delete their comments, but we can't always keep up because it depends what's going on, right?
Right. Yeah. We'll do our best.
We'll do our best. Yeah.
Yes.
We'll do our best. So I kind of want to do your mom first.
You want to?
I do. I hope that's okay, Doreen. I would like to see. I just would like, something I hope will come through that will comfort her and, just make her feel good about life right now.
Yes, I love it.
Is that okay?
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah,
Let's do
so
it.
Doreen, Mama, I'm gonna do you first. I'm gonna do you.
Okay.
That doesn't sound good. I'm picking you first, Doreen. There,
It
that
might be a
sounds
good
better.
distraction. There you go.
Yeah, okay.
Do it.
Do it, Doreen. I think Doreen needs to laugh. If we're laughing,
Yes.
she needs laughter right now.
Yes, she does. Yes.
And I think someone needs to pop in like a funny video or show. So even though I'm seeing it like the VHS. So you know what? I know those, not everyone has those, right? Those are
Well, we just found one in her closet the other night. So,
oh,
yes.
wow. So I'm just wondering because I'm seeing like a VHS tape. Maybe it's a show or movie that's like from way back when, right? Like that would have come out on VHS and yeah. So probably, what would you call it? Not an oldie. Retro, maybe retro.
Yeah, maybe I would call it an oldie, right?
Yeah,
An oldie but goodie.
Yeah. So there could be something, something that you guys can just, and if you miss a part, it doesn't matter because you've seen it before, right? So, but it'll bring like say maybe good memories or it'll make you laugh and your dad laugh, like Walter laugh. Like I think it'll be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'll look
I'm
for
getting
something
that
for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay, so
do you know what number she is, Tina? Do you know her birthday? Do you remember?
I
Probably
don't.
not.
No,
It's February 26,
okay.
1942.
Oh wow. Doreen, we all know your age.
She's doing so good. It's just she needs to laugh and to forget things for a little bit. There's no escape from cancer, as a lot of people know. There's just nowhere to go. And especially for her. So she just really needs to be able to disconnect from this for a minute for her own, well-being, for sure. Because today he's okay, and that's what we keep trying to to remember. Well, I'm getting a lot of cards for Mom that make sense. The first one that popped out was the Hierophant.
Mm.
So to me, this is all about her finding who.
Oh, you're freezing. Oh no.
Connecting with the spirits. You know, the spirits are all around. I tell you what, I've done a few readings this past week, personal readings for people, and the way that we've been summoning in spiritual help around us, they're all around us. I can feel them, I can hear them, I can smell them. My grandmother, my father's mother, has been around. I know you picked up on that too, Tina. And it's a group effort with the spirits. Mom is connected to Dad. Dad and Mom have been together for 65 years. They don't even know another
Wow.
life without each other, you know.
Yeah. Wow.
And so she's having to do this on her own and to find
Yeah.
her own strength without him giving her that strength that she's always that they've always had for each other. You know, they've always done that for each other. So to me,
Yeah.
this is spirit telling me, yeah, she's trying to sit on her own with these spirits around her and guiding her and
Mhm.
having to find her own strength right now. You know, things will change. Dad will have better days than he is right now. He's in a really hard time right now with chemo. So,
Yeah.
but the King of Cups pulled out next, Mom. And that is really learning your emotions and how to deal with emotions. This is a very emotional time, and the King of Cups, as much as a cup card is all about emotions, the King of Cups holds his emotions very tightly to himself. And what he's doing is trying to balance those emotions. He's trying to take the good and the bad and find this healthy balance within himself. And during these times, that's almost impossible to do. But I see Mom doing this every single day of pulling back her emotions. What she wants to do is scream and cry and rant and tell Dad to stop it, to get better, you know. And
Yeah.
so she's pulling that into herself, I can see, and she's giving him her strength. So my mother is the most beautiful soul. And I know spirit is helping us right now. I know it. And it's hard to feel that when you're in the midst of this kind of chaos. But this is absolutely spirit, Mom. And they are here and they are helping you and they are guiding you. And they're telling you, just let it go for a minute. Just pretend it's not happening for a minute. You can do that, you know, and just find some peace within the day. And you are loved. You are so surrounded by love and strength. And she's the strongest person I know too. I'm so amazed by how she's handled this. Honestly, it's just been amazing for me to watch as a daughter in my 50s, you know, the strength that these two people have truly through this life, and such mentors for me. So spirit is telling her that just try to disconnect for a minute, you know, and give yourself some peace, whatever that means, you know, for you in that moment. That's what the cards are saying.
Yeah, so I'm just going to speak about what's like going on for your mom this month, like right now. So, and it's funny because when I saw the VHS and it's like she needs to laugh and blah blah. So her number for the June is a 3, and 3 is about laughter and looking at the lighter side of life and not to take things so seriously, and to play and to have fun. So cancer's not fun, right?
No.
It's not. It's
horrible.
So it's hard. So she has to like, okay, and maybe those around her, it's like, okay, play, do something playful. Even, you know, cancer's there. It's there. You know, you have to deal with it. So it's like maybe put in the back burner, and it's like, okay, what are some fun things you guys can do within limits, right? Because you know your dad has only so much strength, and maybe sometimes it's about your mom, you know, going off and doing something fun for herself, whether it's in the home, in her yard, or someone takes her out. It's about gathering, so having strength and having those who will help her bring fun into her life around her. And now, so like the number 3 is about the present. So it doesn't like to think about the past or the future. It's about today or right now. So it's like if she's in a moment where she's like, I feel like giving Walter a big hug and kiss, then that she gets up, she gives him a big hug and kiss. If she's like, I feel like taking a bubble bath, then take a bubble bath. If she feels like eating candy, like it's like it's like what your mood strikes you in this moment, and you don't think about the consequences, because that's part of having fun. That's part of playing in life. Because people, when they think of fun and play, they think it's like, oh, it's a game, or you have to go and play sport, or you go do this. But no, sometimes playing and fun is like in our day-to-day activities, it's what strikes the mood, and it's like, oh, this is more fun because I followed through on that instinct or on that mood, on that feeling. So I feel that, and it's like, I feel too, there might be times where they're reminiscing and maybe talking more. So stories, I think people gathering so around the table or in the living room, because I don't know if you guys have been sitting in the living room a lot and getting
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And it's just like everyone start talking about like maybe their childhood. And you
Yeah,
guys
we've been
will
doing
discover,
that. Yeah.
you'll discover stories or things. It's like, wow. And then you'll be laughing, like there'll be goofy stories, and do that. So I feel like it's a time of sharing stories and having fun and laughter and
Yeah.
just making light of everything, because, it's there, but it's almost like, okay, you need a distraction from it, right? You need
Yeah.
relief, and that's your relief. So I hope that helps your mom, and I know
Yes.
you're going to help her with that. So yeah.
Absolutely.
So Doreen, I'm sending you so much love, Doreen. Okay.
I love you,
Yeah.
Mom.
Yeah.
Yes.
And to your dad, Walter, too. So much love and light. Okay.
Thank you.
So I'm going to scroll back up, but there's somebody that popped up. She is new, Darlene Brown. Hello, Darlene.
Hi,
Thanks for
Darlene.
joining us. Nice to see you here.
Huh.
So Darlene doesn't have a specific question, so I guess we'll just do general.
Okay.
And I'm going to see.
All I see right here is Carrie saying hello, ladies. That's the only comment I see right now.
Well, you're choppy, and
I don't know why.
yeah, and you're freezing on, like, for me. I don't know if the other viewers are
Yeah.
noticing that. So
Dang.
I will try. So can you see, like, so there's her date of birth.
Yes.
So
I
at
see you.
least, oh, it's coming soon. Happy early birthday, Darlene.
Yeah. Happy
She's
birthday.
a summer baby.
I have to say, whenever I'm reading cards to the last couple of readings, my video and audio have been very choppy. And I know that spirit, because spirit messes with electronics.
Yeah, they do.
The way I've been summoning them in, it's my own fault. So just bear with me.
Well, it's interesting because I'm like wearing blue, and I wanted to wear my mom's been gone for a while, and I wanted to wear one of her bracelets, and I put it on, and it broke apart.
Really?
Like I've got, yeah,
Interesting.
so I'm gonna have to fix it. And it's turquoise. Um, it's not the crystal, like it's more like the stones, and they're all different shapes, but they're like on an elastic, and the elastic broke, and like these stones went everywhere.
Oh my God.
I know,
That's
so I'm like,
crazy.
that's a sign from my mom. My mom's around. Anyways, we're getting distracted here. We're Darlene.
Darling.
Okay, I'm just figuring out your numbers, Darlene.
Well, the sun popped out for Darlene. So she's sitting in some really happy energy and really kind of focusing in on her own happiness right now. Kind of a rebirth feeling for me, for Darlene. Um, I feel like Darlene has kind of taken care of people. She's been kind of a mother figure in a lot of people's lives, and making sure that they're okay and that they're safe and that they're tucked into bed before she can rest herself. Whoever that family unit is around her, and she's healing a little bit. She's starting to finally realize, this life has to do with me too. And I've given a lot, and she's really tuned into spirit too. I picked up on that right away when the Queen of Wands pulled out for her, because the Queen of Wands is all about spiritual energy. That's the second card that pulled out after the Sun. So the black cat in there tells me that she is really trying to connect with spirit to find this happiness now. Now she's going within rather than external situations of what makes her happy.
Yeah.
she's always had these externals saying thank you, and she's been very appreciated. She has, for what she's done for others, but it starts to get a little bit unsettling when you start changing, and those around you don't want you to change. Like, they don't want you to really go off and go on this spiritual awakening that she's kind of having right now, because they're wondering, well, what does that mean for me? And they don't want to feel left behind, and they see her elevating into some true happiness here, some true happiness on her own 2 feet, on her own 2 feet. Happiness she has manifested into this world. She has manifested this. She deserves it. She owns it. And it's just downloading into her. All of these things are downloading. And that can be a very confusing time when you're getting all of these downloads from spirit. But it's all for your higher good, Darlene. They are all these messages, or these inklings of maybe I should do this and maybe I should do that. It's all part of the higher guidance that yes, you should follow these little passions that are popping up, these little pieces of sunshine in your day, and just really follow that, because you are in for a rebirth here. And it sounds exciting, right, Tina? It sounds like, oh, a rebirth. I'm going to be a new person. I get a reset. And it's the hardest time. It's the most unsettling time in your life. So get your feet grounded, get your feet solid into the ground, and imagine your root chakra, like the red beams coming down, that those downloads, imagine them as red, and right into the earth, right into the ground, and really anchor yourself, because you are in for quite a ride here. Quite a transformation of Darlene is ahead. Yes.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Oh, so Darlene, so you're in your cycle changed in April, and it's a number 8 year, and it's like, oh, this can be a great year. So this is your year to go for it.
Yes.
It's for about achieving and awards and being noticed, and also though, but it's building your confidence. So your confidence is going to be tested. So if you think you already got high self-esteem, this is a year where at times that will get tested. So it's like to be confident in who you are and what you do. Also persistent. So it's not about giving up easily this year. It's like keep going after it. So if things seem to get you down or not working, just like don't give up so easily. That's what you're learning this year. I keep getting the sense like I got swinging doors, like, in the saloon, like the Old West, and it's like she's ready to, like, okay, set aside everything. Here I come. That's what I get. It's like she's ready to make her grand entrance in life, and it's like you with the cards. I feel like, yeah, this is her year to, like, focus on herself and her dreams and her goals. I feel like this is her year where she wants to make things happen for herself and to reach new heights or achieve things. I want to say it's not always going to be easy. That's why, like, she's going to have to be persistent and not give up so easily. And it's like, just keep at it. And that's where your esteem or your confidence gets tested, because when you feel like I'm done, like I thought I had this, it's like, no, keep going. Okay. Yeah. So also too, I don't know. I keep getting like burning. So I don't know if this is like her sitting in the sun, if she sits in the sun and maybe her skin getting burnt, or burning something, because I get it like it's outside, like a barbecue or something. So just be aware of burning for the next few weeks or the next month. Because I just feel like it's going to be like, it's really, really hot, and something burns easily. Yeah. And maybe
she lives in Phoenix. Because that's what it feels like here.
Or you know how sometimes, like that one time when you were saying you had a crystal or something shiny in your yard and it started a fire, like it started a spark. So that's the other thing, like maybe she just needs to be aware if she's got anything mirror or crystal, like to be aware, like it doesn't, because it's hot or the sunlight, it doesn't start burning something. Because I just feel like it's nothing out of control or out of the ordinary, but just for her to be aware.
Yeah.
So, Darlene, I hope those messages helped, and thanks again for letting us reach for you.
Darlene.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have another newbie, I believe, Genevieve Guzman. Yeah, she's new, I believe. Hi, Genevieve. Thanks for being here. I don't see her just asking a specific question, so we'll share whatever comes through.
October 25th is my anniversary with Michael. 35
Mm,
years this October 25th. Yes. It's a good day.
nice. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Okay, so
And
I
Rusty
love
was
her.
born in 1987. All kinds of synchronicities with Genevieve.
Yeah, look at that.
Well, Genevieve is hard at work right now. She's multitasking. She's got a lot on her plate right now. But it usually has to do with career when that card pops out. So I'll show you that one. Am I still too choppy to understand me?
No, no,
Okay.
we can hear you good. It's just
The video.
the video is choppy. Yeah.
Okay.
But
I'll hold the card up for a minute.
that's a nice card. What is Eight of Pentacles?
Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. So this tells me she's really hard at work. She's focusing on her finances. For one, it's a pentacle. So she's really focusing on her finances, getting her money in order, maybe money management, looking for a raise, looking for a promotion. But she's really putting in the hard work for that. She's not just expecting it. She's not just sitting back and expecting everyone to give everything to her. She's going out and she's getting it herself. And I know this because the Page of Pentacles popped up after that. Again, a pentacle card. Again, standing on your own 2 feet. Just like Darlene, we're all maybe kind of learning this lesson these days, is standing on our own 2 feet, not relying on anybody else to live our lives. This is our journey. This is our life path to go on. So she really knows that. She doesn't need me to tell her that because she is just sitting right in the King of Wands energy. Now, this is really knowing what you want and going after it. There's no stopping this. It's a Leo energy, but it is fire. You're filled with fire and passion. You know what you want. You're going after it and you're working hard for it. And nothing but success can ever come from that kind of dedication and just knowing. You just know you're on the right path. There's no real questioning about it. It's probably why she doesn't have any real questions. Oh my God, Genevieve. The last card. Jesus.
Oh, wow. That looks like a stage.
It is your turn to shine, Genevieve.
Wow.
It is your turn to shine, and everybody is noticing you. You are turning heads everywhere you go. It's not even how you look, but who you are. They can sense it when you walk in the room. You're a superstar. You're a rock star right now, and this is wonderful. This is a wonderful energy. So I love your energy, Genevieve. Yeah,
nice.
good for you.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Genevieve, you are an old soul, and she's about to change cycles. So normally your calendar starts in August and it goes to the following July, but this year's the exception. So this year it's actually going to start in July. Your calendar. So, but I feel like she's even dipping. She's starting to think about her future, and she's thinking ahead, and she's making plans. And it's like keep getting she's antsy, like she's ready, like I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get things, get to work. Like, so I don't know if she's felt like she's been slacking off or like kind of, I don't want to say lazy, but maybe thinking she's been lazier or lazy.
Maybe.
Or slacking off. I want to say slacking, because, and I feel like she's like, boom, she's ready. She's like ready to get things going. She's want to get to work, make things happen is how I get with her. And she's going to be going into a 4-year cycle, and that's about work. That's about getting organized, simplifying. You're looking at your money as well. And also time. It's like how I want to spend my time. What do I want to do with my time? How I want to make things work. What's not going good for me and what is. And she's like, I don't want to say it's not necessarily about fixing, but it's almost about like you're laying the groundwork for the years ahead. So you're not going to see, things will take extra effort this coming cycle for you, Genevieve. And so that means you're not always going to get the results. So sometimes you're going to put in hours or weeks or months into a project or to an activity, and you're going to be like, I've got nothing to show for it. Relax. You're going to see the results down the road somewhere. Okay. So not everything you do is going to be right now. It'll be for later on. And this is about making things count this year. So it's like, again, laying the groundwork, because it's like some of the things that you're doing, it's to prepare for future events or future goals or future plans, because it's about the future. I also feel like she wants to settle down, and she's like, also wants more stability and security, and that's what she's going to be working for. And this is a good year for you to save money. So instead of spending so much, I feel like she's going to want to save and put away some funds for a rainy day. So Genevieve, thanks for listening, and I hope those messages helped you. Yeah.
Oh, I loved reading those cards. That's so inspirational. She's just really ready. She's ready to do this. And boy, there's no stopping you once you get that attitude.
Yeah. So we have another newbie. Thank you, Vanessa. Welcome. Oh, hi, Love and Light. And she asked when she's going to get a teaching job, which month. Oh, that's an interesting, very specific.
Very, I love it.
Yeah.
Let's see what the cards.
I'm wondering, Vanessa, do you speak another language? I want to say, like, I just kind of hear like there's another language in the background behind her. So I don't know if she speaks another language or she comes from a background where maybe one of her family members or some family speaks a different language, like English is not maybe the first. That's one thing that I picked up. I'm looking at the last name when I get those messages. So there must be a family, and that could be her married name too. I don't know, right?
Could be.
It could be, yeah. So there's somebody around her that. Yeah, English is not. Oh, she said yes, her family. Okay, so
there you go.
August.
Well, the 7 of Swords jumped out, so that makes me think July, right? With the 7. But the 7 of Swords really always talks to me about taking back your power that you're giving your power away somehow, Vanessa. Maybe it's the wondering like exactly what month that will start, and that's taking a little power away from you because you're focused on when. And so Spirit is telling you, as soon as you let that go, just let that go of the timeline. Let the timeline go, because that's giving away your power a little too much. Everything is in divine timing. So right now you're taking your power back so that you can be the Queen of Cups. You can be a better teacher and a mentor, and just really sitting in your own light, really here, and sharing that with others. But I have to say, with the 7, there's no doubt about it for me that it's going to be next month. But just watch that power a little bit. Watch what you're giving away for something else. Like, what are you trading for something else? You know, that's all that card wants me to say about that a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, walk away from something first. Seems like you've put a lot of time and energy into something in the past, and you really filled these cups full. You were emotionally fulfilled. You were everything was going fine. Everything was happening, and then something kind of tripped you up a little bit, kind of stole your power a little bit, and you stumbled, and so now you're just so dedicated to getting back. You're just so dedicated to grabbing your life back, getting everything the way that it was. And Spirit is just asking you to maybe walk away from that old path. There's a new path awaiting for you. There's a newness for you. Instead of wanting it to be how it used to be, how is it going to be? And kind of think of all these new things that you can add to teaching. And what tools you can use to bring in new learning, to bring in a higher understanding for people to really grasp what you're saying. And so Spirit is just asking you to let that experience kind of go, that it took your power a little bit. Just walk away from that and find new powers, find new superpowers. And you will, of course. So, but I got to say July. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. That's good. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So Vanessa,
What are you
because
thinking?
that's something. Well, because I'm just wondering. I'm wondering if she's in Europe. I don't know. Europe pops up for her for some reason.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know, Vanessa, if you're in Europe somewhere. But okay, so the English thing comes up again, and I'm wondering, Vanessa, like if because I keep getting like there's two jobs for her coming up. So I'm wondering if maybe she's going to be working two jobs. Like they could be two part-time jobs.
Yeah.
Because there's something about, oh, she's from South Africa. Okay.
Oh, nice. I wish I could
Nice.
see this stuff. I'm so sad. I still see Carrie
Oh,
saying hello.
oh darn it. Okay. That's such a bummer.
No,
Technology.
I hate it.
Tell your spirits to unfreeze your
I
screen.
even did. I tried to. They're not listening.
Come on, you guys, leave
Come on.
Julie's technology stuff alone. Okay, so Vanessa, okay, serious here. So
Yes.
I just keep
Yes.
getting English. So I feel like there's something part-time with that. Like, I don't know if she, like, because I feel like it's not in a classroom. I don't see her traveling to teach in this certain, like this, so it's like English as a second language or teaching English for those that it's their second language, I should say. And I'm getting like online or like computer. And I feel like there's something connected to an agency or a group that, they are the ones that do all the work. And then you just show up to teach like the English or the language. I feel that. And I feel like you're actually going to really like that. Like it's like it sparks something in Vanessa. Like it gives her like fulfillment or she just really enjoys it or like the interaction with, the different people from around the world or wherever that might be.
Yes.
So there's that. Um, as far if you've been applying for work in May, Vanessa, I feel like some of those are a no-go. Like, and I'm just looking at her numbers and it's like last month was not a good month to apply for work. And it's almost like you have to start over again this month. And I want you to apply at places that maybe you think like you don't have a chance or you've never heard of, but new. There's something about a new job coming in and a new line of work, something that maybe you've never done before, but stays in teaching. So it could be with this English thing. So I would say like look at agencies. See, and the reason why I thought Europe, because I see Switzerland. That's the country I see.
Mm.
So I'm wondering if maybe like look at agencies that maybe are based out of Switzerland or based out of Europe. That could be where maybe you get a job because it's online anyways. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be in that location.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I just feel like this coming cycle for Vanessa, I hate to say this, it's going to be kind of a challenging year for her.
Yeah.
And I get more, yeah, and I get like it's hard, like things seem to take extra effort or things are harder for her. And I don't know if she's trying to get ahead financially or like just the money feels hard, that part of her life.
Mm.
And it's almost like she needs to hang in there. And that could be why maybe she gets a second job or a couple of jobs to just make up because like one job is not enough for some reason, maybe not enough hours, not enough pay. But the online teaching that comes through the strongest. And I feel like, I don't know, I almost want to say it might be a bit slow this summer with work. Like it might pick up in the fall for her more. There might be more opportunities, but July, when you said July, that could be the month maybe something comes through for her, like, offers or opportunities or
That's
more
what I'm
jobs
thinking.
opening up. Yeah.
And I'm also feeling, I know it's career is the question, but for some reason, I just can't get away from family, that she's walking away from some emotion. It's maybe the job was emotional. Maybe that was really difficult for her, but there were squawkers around her. I don't know if that was bosses or family. I just want to say, I don't know, Vanessa, and I can't see any of the feed, but
Okay.
family to me. But it doesn't matter. She's walking away from whatever that drama was. Workplace, family, she's walking away from it and she's getting her power back. And really, that's all she needs. She just needs to get her power back and all the rest will fall into place. The career, the family, everything will fall into place once you just truly let it go. Like, it seems like it's been really difficult for some reason. These are all good cards, but I'm seeing emotional and family for some reason.
Yeah.
But you're going to be just fine. You are on the right path. Really, you really are on the right path with what you're thinking you want to do here to move forward. And the answer is yes, do that. That's what that says. So.
Yeah. So she did share. I don't know if you can see. I put it on the screen there. So she said she's given all her time to in-laws. That's what I'm interpreting that word as, time.
That's what I'm picking up
and they
on.
recently hurt her, so she's let them go. So
good.
Yeah.
That's it. They didn't have your best. They didn't have your higher good. They were squawkers. I call them squawkers, but they want to tell you how to live your life. And if you don't do that, if you don't follow their code of law, they can make life very difficult for you. So good for you. Good for you for just taking your power back. You've already done it then. I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So in all that, so Julie shared stuff about the family and job in July, and I keep getting like part-time work for her. Like, there's more than one job. Like, there could be 2 part-time jobs, and they make up like maybe 30 hours a week, or like they almost make up a full-time job. But there's one she's really gonna like it's going to make your heart soar, is what I feel. Okay, Vanessa, thanks for tuning in. I hope those messages helped, and wonderful that you're from South Africa. That's exciting. We love having viewers from around the world.
Yeah, thank you so much, Vanessa.
Okay, so I'm just scrolling back because I thought, okay, I'm going to scroll back now. So we're going to get to the people who joined sooner, but I think we've read for them before.
I'm going to scroll back. Hi, Carrie.
Yeah, we'll go to Carrie because you've said hi, Carrie, so many times. Oh, Carrie, it's your turn, Carrie. We love you, Carrie.
We do love you, Carrie. We do.
I don't have, she hasn't shared her date of birth, so I'm going to have to, like, just
wing it.
Swing it by her name or her energy. I'm just scrolling to see if she shared her date of birth, because Carrie, I don't know by heart your date of birth.
What a shocker.
I know.
Do you even know my date of birth by heart? Maybe.
I do, because we're friends, crying out loud.
I know yours too. All right.
Friends, I'm not that absent-minded with friends and family. Like, I'm pretty good at remembering their birthdays. It's just people that I read for, like, I don't remember. No, I can't.
A lot of the times the messages go away from me after, right? I don't even really remember.
That's good, because for me too, it's the same thing. Because you know why? We would end up, I don't mean any disrespect, we'd end up in the loony bin if we remembered everything we've done on a psychic reading. Yeah, we would. I wouldn't be here right now, you guys. Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So Carrie is feeling a little apathetic. She's a little bored with things right now. It seems like there's things around her. There's this rainbow trying to come in, spirits trying to come in, but Carrie's not really noticing right now. She's kind of caught up in life, responsibilities and duties, and I've got to do this and I've got to do that. And boy, don't I understand that. But sometimes we get stuck in that energy of responsibility, and then you just end up not caring about anything at all because it was too much. It was too much to take care of, Yeah. So you end up letting it all go, and which is great. You need to do that, but you're sad, and I don't know why. Something has brought you some sadness, some sleepless nights. You're worried, but this is all mind games, Carrie. It really is. It looks like she's just really, really grieving something really hard in her life, but she's doing it in her mind. It's all about what ifs and what could happen and what might happen. And
oh no, we lost Julie, you guys. Oh no. So we'll just give her a moment. See if she can join. Her feed must have cut out. Here we go. Oh, Julie, you popped out.
Maybe I won't be so glitchy. I know I had to get back into the StreamYard feed to even get back in. Maybe I
Well,
fixed it.
yeah, because now you look wonderful now. Like, yeah, like you're not frozen. You're
Thank
not
you,
like
Spirit. Okay. I'll take it.
you don't look like a robot on the screen anymore.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Good,
Yeah.
Spirit. So maybe I just had to get out and get back in.
Yeah.
But stop torturing yourself, Carrie. Stop torturing yourself. You've got this. You've just caught up in your head. You've way too much in your head with these responsibilities. Maybe you've got a lot of responsibility. I'm right there right now, and there's nothing I can do. Yeah. So somebody would pull these same exact cards for me too, and sometimes there's just nothing. But let me just see if I can find one to kind of clarify that.
Okay.
Before you go, yeah. So Spirit wants you to look forward to your future. Start planning for you. Start standing on your own 2 feet. Everybody will be fine around you. It feels like they won't be, but they will. If you just take a break and really tune into your wants and your needs and your desires for the future, that's all the law of attraction needs to get going in life. Really, the law of attraction will follow you. Right now you're thinking that all is lost. It doesn't matter what I do, nothing's good enough, nothing matters. You just caught up in your head and all is lost. But as soon as you start realizing that the self-empowerment needs to start coming in with you, it really needs to start coming in. And what do I want? How do I feel about that? Without these externals all telling you how you should feel and what you're responsible for, and you've got to do this. That's everywhere. So you're getting there. You just kind of started planning for you. Just plan for you for a little bit. Just take a little bit of a break from everybody around you, and tune in. Tune into your own heart and your own desires and your own needs. And the law of attraction, as soon as you start putting your intent out there, that's all that the universe needs to hear is your intentions. So just start putting your intentions out there. I see myself on a beach. I see myself, traveling or being home and watching a good movie with some popcorn by myself, but things that really bring in a lighter you, to help you to come out of that drama, because it seems like it's been kind of dramatic for you.
Yeah. And
so, yeah.
I'm just going to quickly share what I just picked up energetically just by her name and a few things that popped in when you were showing the cards. So I feel like just to add to your cards, part of her sadness, I feel like she's stuck and she's kind of fearful, like she's scared of making changes, or maybe scared of following a different direction in her life.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's understandable, because I find as we grow older, it's harder to make certain changes in our life because we get so comfortable, and we crave stability and security. And some of these changes we might want to create in our life rocks those boats, like rocks those areas in our life. So I feel that's part of it. But on a different note, this kind of feels more fun or funky. It's kind of odd. I smell manure. like the cow and the horse, and I see rodeo, and I get like grounds and the dirt and like all that scenario. So I don't know if she's like, maybe wanting to go and have fun, and that could be maybe how she gets her fun, is like maybe attending rodeos or events. I'm not sure. I know Carrie lives in a small town, but I don't know if she's on an acreage or not. So this could be connected to where she lives. There could be like she's getting more fulfillment, or she's spending more time out in the fields, and that could be where I get the manure. And then the other thing, the manure could be a metaphor in the sense of like, if somebody or something smells like crap to you, it is crap. So that's like your instincts are like, will be working that way, when it's like if something smells off or something's not right and you think like that's bullshit, excuse my language, then it is. Follow your gut instincts with that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
So Carrie, I hope that helps.
Thank you, Carrie, so much.
So I want to jump to Darlene, because Darlene, Hi, Darlene. I'm so
Hi,
glad you're
Tara.
here. Oh, so Darlene, I met her. We did a dolphin retreat together years ago.
Oh, how fun.
And you know what? I'm wearing, I don't know if you guys can see this. It's a tail. Oops.
Yeah, I see
So
it.
it symbolizes the dolphin tail, and I bought this at the retreat that we attended. How uncanny is that? I had no
Wow.
idea. So that's
I
quite the
love
sign.
that.
Maybe
That's
I'll get to
wonderful.
go again this year because that was a
Yeah,
wonderful experience. I loved it.
look at that.
If anybody wants to go on a dolphin retreat, message me. I'll give you the name of the business, like of the location that I went to. By far,
In-
they are the best because it's wild. Like it's not SeaWorld kind of thing or a Mexico, like where they're in cages or in their captivity. You're
yeah.
out in the open Caribbean Sea, and this retreat place, like it's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, anyways, when you're in the
Wow.
waters, they let the dolphins come to you, and you're not allowed to touch them or like they're free. Like you're swimming freely with the dolphins. It's a life changing,
Wow. In Canada?
heartfelt. No, it's in the Bahamas,
Oh, in the
in
Bahamas.
Bimini, yeah, and it's called
Oh,
Wild Quest. I'm gonna put it. Darlene, she's wearing her tail too. Yay! Oh my God,
don't you
Darlene.
love
I
synchronicities like
I
that?
do. Yeah. So Darlene, I Julie's pulling cards for you, and I want to do a reading for you too, Darlene. I don't know if you want to share your date of birth or even just the month and day you were born. If you're shy about the year, I can just focus on your cycle if you'd like that. Yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that's wonderful.
I know. So I'm just gonna put the name Wild Quest is the name of the place that, and Darlene's picture is dolphins. Yeah, I bet you it's from Wild Quest. Oh, she did
That's
share her date of birth. Thanks, Darlene.
that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Wow, Darlene, some really great cards came out for you. The Ten of Pentacles. I'm using the Good Witch Tarot for you. For some reason, it just wanted me to use these cards for
Oh,
you. But the
she
Ten of
likes
Pentacles,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is happiness. This is a stable home, a stable life, stable money, self-esteem, partnerships, family. You know, it's that comfort, that feeling of comfort. It's also a 10, which is a completion. So it seems to me like you've been really working hard for this card to come out. You've had to put a lot of effort into things. You know, it hasn't been easy for you, and you went into a little bit of a stuck energy. You were trying to see everything differently because you wanted this Ten of Pentacles. That was the future card that came in for me, the Ten of Pentacles. So you put yourself in this kind of different scenarios of seeing things. You started reacting differently. You started changing yourself, and that's what brought in all of these riches for you, all of this abundance. And you're working really hard for your abundance. You really are. You're focused. You've you've put yourself on a path that will bring you abundance, and abundance can come in many different forms. It's not just money, although money is absolutely a part of this reading because of the pentacles. Money is coming to you, but abundance in all forms is coming to you, and you deserve it. You have worked hard for this abundance. It's not, like I said, it's not coming easy to you. The past energy is the Five of Cups. So you had done this before. This is kind of a cycle for you. You had built yourself up, you had gotten yourself to a place of security and safety, and then all of a sudden all your cups fell over and you weren't seeing the two behind you. You were only seeing the three that had spilled in front of you of what you had failed at. You weren't seeing what you had accomplished and what you had achieved in all of those trials and tribulations to get you into a better place. And so you had to just walk away from that. The Five of Cups is a very hard energy to be in because it's an emotional energy where you feel like you've done all you could and yet it all fell apart anyway. And those things are out of your control because they're here to teach you that those cycles need to be broken. You were doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results out of it. So good for you, Darlene, because you stopped that. You stopped that. You were like, I keep doing the same thing. I keep going back. I keep forgiving. I keep whatever it is, we all do of our patterns. And you broke your own patterns. You broke your own cycles. And in doing so, you became not only the magician, which is the energy you're sitting in right this very minute, which is manifesting your own future and all of the abundance that you deserve, but also that 10 of Pentacles. And it's so well deserved. You really do deserve this energy right now. So please enjoy it. And don't think about anything you have failed at in the past. Those were all lessons to get you here to this future, this beautiful future that you have manifested. So be proud of yourself. Be very proud of yourself.
Yeah, I love that magician card. That's
It's a
gorgeous.
great one, right? I love these
Oh,
cards.
I
I
get
just picked up these.
like when I look at her, like I just like get hit like this rush of beautiful energy. Yeah, I love
Look
it.
at all the abundance she has manifested around her too.
Yes. So
Yes.
Darlene's cycle is changing in July. So your calendar, Darlene, starts in July and it goes to the following June. And I feel like, it's so you're going to a 5-year cycle and it's like, thank God. Like I just feel like this tough year, it's just been like one thing after another, and maybe like where like frustrating, like she feels like, okay, I'm getting somewhere and then step back, or she falls back. Like everything seems to took extra effort. So I feel like this is a year of change, and she's gonna, like, she wants to party, she wants to have fun, she wants to be social, she wants to move around and get out and about. Like I just feel like that. I also see a bicycle. So Darlene, I don't know if you're into like a regular bicycle, like a pedal bike, because I see you doing that and visiting like, I kind of want to go like old fashioned in the sense of like there's a basket in front of this bike, and like she's like going to markets and filling it with stuff. So I just feel like fresh food and flowers, and she's wanting like um to enjoy life and to embrace life. Like that's what I feel like. This is her year to have fun and like breaking the rules. And so what? Like I'm gonna do this. Like she's really like, this is me, right? Breaking free. Like, and I think it's freedom. The other thing I want to say too is like, I feel a move for Darlene. So Darlene, I don't know if this has already happened or not, or you've been thinking of it, but I do feel like there's a residential move for you. I think you're looking at your options, and I believe Darlene's married. So I feel like this is discussing with your husband, and part of it has to do with downsizing, but not maybe necessarily like the size of a home, but more like downsizing in the sense of like you don't have to take care of so much, or there's not so much to do, because I just feel like you don't want to do the yard work so much or look after the repair. Like that's what I'm getting. So I don't know if this is going to be like a townhouse or a home, because it doesn't necessarily feel like it's about smaller. It's just about like better in the sense of like you can go out and have more fun than worry about what needs to be done in the home or the yard work or stuff like that. Yeah, and I just feel like this is a summer where she wants, yeah, and the biking. So I don't know, like I just see her pedal biking a lot and like using the bike because it just feels good and it's freedom, and it's like it's not about exercising. It's more about like feeling the wind or being out in the fresh air on the bike because it's fun or it's relaxing. I don't know, it feels good. Those are some of the things I get for you, Darlene. And Julie shared her messages, so we hope that helped, and that we appreciate you being here and letting us read for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I love the synchronicities between you two. That was wonderful.
I know. Oh, if I get to go to Bimini this year, I'll just be blown away.
Right? Let's just manifest it.
Okay.
It's our intention.
I want to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're going.
So guess what? I'm going to pick Hazel, because Hazel, you've been really like, this is my date of birth. I want a reading. This is my date of birth. And I'm not saying that to be rude. I'm just think it's so cute.
I love
very
Hazel.
Persistent. See, she's showing you us like not to give up easily.
That's right.
Hazel, you're a darling.
Yes.
You're a
And your
darling.
whole family. Yes.
Yeah, and yeah, usually her daughter is Arlene Cartwright, but I don't think she's here right now. She must be
No.
busy with other stuff. That's okay. And I don't think Hazel has a question. So we'll just do a general reading. If anybody feels like they've been missed, just hang on. We're trying to get to as many of you as possible. Oh, you're welcome, Darlene. Sending you hugs.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so Hazel.
Well, there's a lot of friendship and happiness surrounding Hazel right now. It seems like you're in kind of a celebratory place, and you're really celebrating family and who is around you right now. The three is always celebration and good times and connecting, and so that's the energy that's surrounding you, which is beautiful.
Mhm.
See if there's anything crossing Hazel. No. So she's kind of going down memory lane. nothing's really going on with Hazel as far, which is great. But she's reminiscing, and she's talking a lot about stories like you were saying that I'm doing with my mom and dad. That seems to be what Hazel is doing right now, is talking about old times and fun times and remember this and remember that, and so made me laugh because they did this. It's just about really celebrating those times and reliving them almost. As you're telling these stories, you almost bring them back into your reality. You feel those emotions, you feel those feelings, so there's nothing better. And that seems to be where you're sitting right now. And just pure happiness. You seem to be in a really, really happy place, Hazel. So that's wonderful. I love that. I don't have anything to even share except for I want to be there with you celebrating. I love that.
Yeah.
So good for you.
So with Hazel, I feel like she's kind of bored.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's bored of the stories.
Or like just bored, just generally. And that's understandable, right? Because I hate to bring this up, but COVID played a big role in that, right? Because it took away some of our, freedoms, or like the ease of like how we interact or what we do, for fun. But I feel like she's bored and she's restless, but it's almost like she's got, I don't know if she's like has a list, like, okay, but I should be working on these projects, or I should get this done, but she would rather go play. So that's her dilemma, I feel. I also get with her, like, to watch her temper. Like, I just feel like she's getting mad or short fused. Yeah. So people are maybe pushing her buttons, or she's frustrated because somebody says one thing and they do another, or they're not following through on their plans. I just feel like it might have to do with canceled plans, or like, somebody like not following through, and so watch your temper with that. I feel like she's joining. So this summer, it feels like she's joining a group, or she's joining in on something, and it feels more social. And again, just watch, like, I'm wondering if it's like a game night thing or a league or something where they play games. And I don't know if she's going to be like frustrated with certain players, like not following the rules or not getting the rules. So just lighthearted messages I'm getting for her. And finally, I'm getting a shot. So I don't know if, Hazel, if you are one who's getting the vaccine, or you've started the process, but something about the second shot or the shot, and it feels sore. And I mean, that's understandable, right? So
yeah, it was for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little sore.
Maybe you might feel a little nauseated, because I'm getting nausea with that. So you might want to have ginger ale and crackers on hand for that. I'm just getting really general stuff, like nothing major.
Yeah, which
nothing
is great.
Huge. Yeah. So I just want to say, like, that's okay. Hazel, it just means like, you're due for quiet time, or it's nice to have, sometimes it can be good when it's boring or quieter in our world. So just appreciate it or go with it for now, because maybe that could mean like, oh, come this fall or winter or next spring, it'll just be crazy, and you'll be like, oh, I wish it was quieter. Like, I don't know, like,
Yeah,
just so
yeah.
just be aware of that, Hazel.
It seems like there are a
Yeah.
lot of people around Hazel, you know, with that Three of Cups. I definitely
Oh
see a lot
yeah.
of people surrounding her right now. So maybe
Yeah. So
she's got family in and they're visiting and she's just getting a little overwhelmed,
it
you
could
know,
be.
and
Yeah.
that's why they're
Yeah.
reminiscing and laughing and talking. But that can be exhausting too. So,
Yeah, yeah, and it could
right,
be where too. She could be like, when are they gonna leave? Like, I got stuff to do, or what? I don't know. Like, right?
right.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it could be like she's got company. Company's coming.
I see Vicky's on here. Look, I got my
Yeah.
feedback. Thank God.
Oh,
But
wonderful.
hi, Vicky. I didn't even think she was going to be able to make it. And it's so nice to see her here.
Yeah. So we have a few more people
Okay. Well,
that
good.
are, I mean, a few new people at the end here because I was going to scroll back to the ones that
Okay.
we've read before, but because there's new people, you guys, we like to try to read for the new ones first. Oh, I like your name, Katana. I hope I pronounced it properly. That I like
Oh,
that name,
I have to see it now.
Katana.
Katana. What an
Katana.
awesome
I
name.
think it is.
Oh, there it
It
is.
is. Yeah.
Katana. That's
I
fun
think
to
we're saying
say.
it right. Yeah, it is.
Hope
It
so.
is. It kind of sounds sexy.
I like the way you say it. Sexy.
Sexy. Katana.
Katana.
Hey, Katana. So Katana doesn't have a specific question. So Katana, thanks for being here. Welcome.
Yeah. Thank
So
you.
Julie's just gonna just shuffle and pick and interpret whatever cards comes through for you, and then I will just share whatever messages comes through for you if you're okay with that.
Well, I love
Mhm.
Katana's energy. I can see it in her picture. She exudes this light that is beautiful. She's got
Yeah.
this really pretty aura kind of around her. Oh my gosh. And the Empress just jumped out.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's all about pregnancy and fertility. So really be careful if you don't want to have children. And if you do want to have children, congratulations, because that
It's
is coming.
possible.
It's possible. It's very possible. But the Empress also does mean the divine feminine energy and a receptiveness to others. Like you're very open to others. Hopefully love and understanding and their compassion toward you, you know, and not open so much to what they think you should do with your life type thing, you know. But you're open to meeting new people, seeing new things. Oh, there's a big love contract here though. So the lovers jumped out too as well. So the lovers is really an intense relationship. It doesn't even have to be a lover's
Mm,
relationship, but this is a contract where you're teaching each
yeah.
other lessons. And this can be the hardest contract of all because you're going to piss each other off and poke each other because you're constantly teaching each other how to evolve, how to expand. Expansion is sometimes painful, and especially when you have that one person helping you to expand because no one's going to piss you off more. You're not going to be it's almost an obsession almost because you want to make this person happy, so you're constantly evolving and trying to um, change things, which is great, but it's intensity that's hard to maintain. It really is hard to maintain that kind of intensity. And with this card coming out first, you know, this is intense for you. This is really intense for you, this relationship, whoever this is. It 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 does have a tendency to become a little bit apathetic then, because when you have that kind of intensity, it's hard to maintain, so you just want to let it all go and you
Mm,
want to walk away because you can't take it. It's very difficult. And sometimes that's the best thing you can do. You can the strength card pulled out, you can pull into yourself, pull your energy back. Don't give it to this person so uh, openly. You're like this big open vein to this person. You know, you're just and vice versa. I feel that intensity back at you. So don't feel like you're in that alone, that intensity. But pull your energy in a little bit to you. Find your strength in there. Find your inner strength and your self empowerment. And what do I want? What do I need? What career do I like? What's going to inspire me? What's going to make me want to get out of bed? What's going to make me laugh? You know, intense relationships are not a whole lot of fun and lightheartedness, and you just want to be light right now. You just want to be free of that kind of intensity. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. So be free right now. Be free, because if your other person, the other person on the other side of this contract, does the same thing for themselves, you'll be two self-empowered, strong people in a relationship together. You're unstoppable. You are completely unstoppable at that point. But until you can pull your energy back and really refine your energy, you'll pick at each other and you'll fight and you'll growl because you're trying to stand your ground, you know, and you feel the intensity of this relationship. So back off of it just a little bit. Just back off of it a little bit. Let divine timing happen. Even if this situation is, even if you're pregnant or you have children with this person, it doesn't matter. You still in this lifetime have to self-empower and find your own light. And you unfortunately or fortunately were sent here with a contract to learn from, and those are really, really difficult contracts, but there's no more rewarding relationship than that kind of intensity. If you can really learn how to grow your own self-confidence and self-esteem, and that other person can do the same, you can move mountains together, and you will. You're meant to, you know, you kind of signed up for it together before you came here. It's hard when you say that, because you're like, I would have never signed up for this, right? You know, no. But the lessons that come are so much more rewarding than if you're just kind of blasé. Yeah, he's cool, she's cool, you know, and hey, we get along great. You know, those relationships exist and they're wonderful, but that's not what you're in right now. So just remember that it's intense and it's not your imagination. You do need to pull into yourself a little bit more. Find your own personal power before you get so tied up into this contract. Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, Katana, so your cycle is about to change. So your calendar starts in July of every year and goes to the following June. And you're coming out of a number 3-year cycle going into a 4-year cycle. So I feel like this past year has been really testing you, and you're not quite done with the testing yet, because I feel like the year ahead, the next cycles also involves, you know, a lot of effort and hard work, and like maybe not necessarily overcoming, but it's like, I want to go like distinguishing. It's like distinguishing what clicks for you, what works for you versus what doesn't, and what doesn't align with you. That's how I'm getting with you. So this is a year of like, okay, I'm getting to the nitty gritty now. It's like things maybe you this past year, I'm wondering if she kind of let things go or fluffed it off, like, okay, I'm going to let that slide, or I'm going to agree with this, but it didn't really agree with her or resonate with her, or, you know, didn't work for her. And I just feel like, okay, I'm going to get serious, because I feel like this coming year is like, and I'm going into 2022 as well for you, Katana, is a year where you're getting serious about life and about who you are and what you want. But it's like not everything's going to be rewarding, or like you're not going to see the fruits of your labor.
Right.
So this is like, again, a year of you like laying the groundwork for the years ahead. It's getting plans into motion. What do you plan? What do you want? Where do you see yourself 5, 10, 20 years from now? That's what I get for you. I also want to say that you're like, it's like about what works and what doesn't. And you're getting strict and stern about that. It's like you're holding your own and you're going to be like firm. And I just want to say too, with that firmness, that's great, like to stand fast or to stand in your truth, or, you know, align with your values, but try to be gentle at times, because it might be a bit harsh. You might be at times too hard on yourself. And it's like, give yourself a break, or give those around you a break at times, because it's like, we don't always know, right? We don't always get it. So, you know, just relax. Sometimes you just need to relax the rules, or relax the tenseness of it. And I just feel like this is a year, like you're going to have a lot on your plate, and you're going to give yourself more than you usually do as far as work or what you want to accomplish or get going in your life. And that could be where, like, you know, at times maybe be gentle. Okay, so
Yes, at all times, be gentle with yourself,
yeah,
for sure.
yeah. So I hope those messages helped. Katana, thanks
Yes,
for being here and
Katana.
letting us share for
Good
you.
luck. Yes, it's going to be great.
Okay, so I'm just blocking somebody here. You're welcome, Katana. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so how you doing, Julie?
I'm okay. I really
Yeah,
am.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, hi, Sandra.
Is
Well,
it
I'll
Sandra
pick you.
Ross?
Yeah.
Hi, Sandra.
She's like, I haven't had a mini reading from you. We'd like to hear from you both. Okay, you're next.
You got it.
I heard you now. We know we do. Like, I mean, Julie's feed is back up and running, right, Julie? You can see everybody's
Yeah.
comments. Yeah.
Yes,
So
I'm back. Yes.
So we see you guys, we see all of you. It's like we're trying to get through to you all, okay? It's not on purpose.
Right.
Okay, so Sandra, she doesn't have a question as far as I'm scrolling back, but she did share her date of birth.
Okay.
Okay, Sandra. So I guess Sandra will share whatever comes through, right?
Yeah, for sure.
There's a lot of people, like I'm noticing there's in numerology, because I'm doing the numerology, their cycles are changing now. Isn't that
Yeah.
interesting? Like how there
Very
seems to
interesting.
be a common thread between everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. I noticed that in past shows, like all of a sudden everyone was a
Yeah.
3 or everyone, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So I know I haven't been doing that. I haven't been telling everyone their numbers, but
Yeah.
it's
Oh, yeah.
probably, that's just the way it's working for me today. It's like, okay, I just want to get the messages out.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So,
Sandra she's sitting in the King of Cups, which again, the King of Cups is mastering his emotions, but he doesn't reveal his feelings right now because he needs to master them first before he can share. And so I feel like you are just kind of trying to master your emotions right now so that you can feel more in control, because sometimes we start feeling a little bit out of control. The past energy is really odd, Sandra. You've got the Three of Swords, the Devil, and the Fool wanted to pop out.
ooh,
Yeah.
those are
So
quite intense.
very intense. I mean, your past
Yeah.
energies have been um, toxicity around you. Maybe you felt toxic, you were sad, you were stuck, and then you kept trying to take this leap of faith to start over because it was too hard. And so you would do it. You would take that leap of faith and start over, and then something would stumble you, and you were just right back where you started, only you felt worse about yourself because you tried and it didn't work. And then you were like, why? Then you just got to the point of why bother? And in that process, you ended up, again, this card pops up for everyone a lot lately. You ended up giving a little bit of your power
Yeah.
away, right? And so, of course you did, because you've got all these squawkers around you again. And you were going through your own stuff. You were trying to start over. You were trying to do that. And then it just, bam, something toxic just got in your way. And it's really, maybe COVID times with that, because that energy does pop up a lot. But the
Mhm.
main thing is that you started stepping away from your own power. You started feeling like it doesn't matter what I do. And that
Mhm.
feeling, with that devil feeling in there, is very intense, because then you'll start feeling useless.
Mhm.
When you start saying, I don't care, doesn't matter, I don't care what anyone thinks, I'm just going to do me. You can do that. That's great. But then, you start feeling this loneliness because nobody cares. You're perceiving this. This is all in your mind, of course. So you just needed a different way to look at things, a different perspective, a third party perspective maybe has come into you recently and kind of shown you a different way, kind of shown you uh, things that you never possibly imagined. There's a pig flying up here, and this is kind of my when pigs fly card.
Oh
So,
yeah.
you're right. So you may have been thinking in the past, maybe you wanted to maybe you wanted to take a leap of faith in another country, and then COVID came in, you know, or you wanted to take a leap of faith in a job, and something came in, you know. And that was all lessons. It's all part of it. It sucks, you know. But then now you're starting to think, well, all right, well, maybe I can't travel right now, but I can go for a drive for 4 hours, you know, and I can put on the radio and listen to some music, and you're starting to take the Chariot card comes out as what you know. So what you know you're doing right now is you're taking all of those false starts. That's what I call them, false starts. They were false starts for you. You're taking all of those, and you're taking what could happen in the future, where you could be next year, and you're merging those two energies together to move forward, to take that next step, because you're just feeling too stuck in the past, too, not in the past, but in your habits, in your habitual reactions to things, in your programming. Really, we all are raised with this certain type of programming, and then your experiences shape all of this programming and reinforce or dissolve this programming. So that's what you're doing right now. You're reinforcing and you're dissolving programming, past and future programming. And that's the best energy to be in, because you're really following your heart now. You really are. It's like, you know what? I've done it for everyone else. I'm doing it for myself right now. I am passionate. I am viable. I am valid. And you're finding that. And once you find that, all the other stuff just goes away. You won't ever have those false starts anymore, because you'll know exactly what you're doing. There won't be these false expectations of where you're going anymore,
Right.
because you've merged those energies. And that is going to be a huge, huge relief for you, because you start feeling like the universe has it out for you, you know. You know, God's punishing me, and I feel this way. But once I start merging those stories in my head of what I could do differently, you know, that's when things start to change. So that's exactly where you are right now. And you're going after what you love now. And those lessons they're hurtful, they're painful, they're causing you to stay inside yourself a little. You know, you're not sharing, but that's spirit wants you to keep it that way for a little bit. Don't share all like you're so used to doing. Just kind of save some of that love and compassion and understanding for yourself, and then that will make you the beautiful you that you are.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Lovely. Wonderful. Wow. I see a lot of those messages resonating with her numbers, or her cycle right now.
I love that. Yes.
So excuse me. So Sandra, your cycle, your calendar starts in June and it goes to the following May. So this is the month you're changing your cycles and you're going to a 5-year. So I can see how the devil card plays to the 5-year, because the 5 energy is about breaking the rules. It's about taboo subjects, doing things that are considered taboo in our society, like, well, not so much anymore. I was gonna say like sex before marriage, but like drugs. It's the drugs, rock and roll, rebel kind of energy, the 5 is.
Right.
So that's where it could be considered devilish, because it's like, I'm gonna say and do what I want. I'm not gonna follow the rules. I'm not going to listen to everybody. So I feel like this is the year she wants to break free, and it's about changes are coming her way. It's also about changing your mind. So it feels like you're thinking you're going in one direction, and then you change your mind, or something changes, and it's like you might feel like, I'm off course, I'm making a mistake, this is wrong. It's like, no, just go with that flow. You're supposed to change your mind. You're supposed to make mistakes. You're supposed to, not necessarily go back and forth, but it's like, okay, I went this far, now I changed my mind, I'm going to try this. That's how it's supposed to go. I feel like she wants different. She's tired of the same old, and it's like time for different things. And it's almost like, okay, like slow down a bit, because I don't know, she's like rushing around as well, and like she's trying to hurry up. And it's like, you just started this new cycle, all in good time, all in good time.
That's right.
You're just getting your feet off the ground right now. I feel rocks under her. So I'm wondering if like she's wanting to visit somewhere where it's a rocky terrain, or maybe it's a beach where there's more rocks than sand.
Yeah.
So like she needs to be water, and or it could be something where like maybe things have been rocky in her world and she's looking for a smoother path, like, smoother way out,
Yeah.
for her next, you know, step in life, or her next phase in life. Is how would
Yeah.
better put it. Yeah.
Totally see that.
Um, I feel too, this is a time for you to take chances, Sandra, because some of those risks or chances are going to pay off. Even though
Yeah.
it might be scary or kind of unnerving, it's like there's times where it's like, okay, take a chance. It's going to be
Yeah.
worth it. Yeah.
It
So,
absolutely will be worth it. Take that chance again. I know it's been false starts a lot in the past, so you're not trusting it. You're not trusting it. You're thinking, if I start this, it's all going to fall apart. And why wouldn't you? Because of your past, what you feel like you've been through. But you
yeah,
just got to do it because you're talking about water, and there's a hand with a heart in there. Do you see that in
yeah,
that water behind you? You
yeah,
got to do something you never thought you would do. You can
yeah.
do it. You can.
Yeah, and that's the 5 year. The 5 year is about doing the opposite of how you normally live your life, doing the opposite of what people tell you to do.
Yeah.
Um, that's the energy of the 5, because it's different. It's setting the trends, doing your own thing. And for you also too, because Julie was talking about like trips, like you were talking about going for a drive or whatever.
Yeah.
5 is connected to that. 5 likes to be on the go. So the car is really important. So if you're feeling stuck or challenged or like unnerved, go for a drive or go for a walk, because that will help calm your energy, but also it'll bring in information or bring in clues or bring in messages or bring in like ideas like, oh, this is what I need to do, or I should try this. Okay. And just
Right.
do it. Like it's a year of unique and unusual experiences and the unique and unusual happening for you. Yeah, you're opening up. Your
Yes.
world is opening up. It's about like things are opening up for you this year, and you're not. And it's like it may not always be what you think it should be, or maybe not to your liking, but there's a reason. It'll help you. It'll help you. Okay. All right,
For sure.
Sandra.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm just. How are you doing, Julie?
I'm
I
okay.
think. Yeah.
Want to do one
Okay.
more? One
Yeah,
one
I was
more?
going to say maybe a few more. I know, like, yeah, we're not going to be able to get to everyone. Sorry. There's one question. I found this to be really interesting. Lizzie Lynn. I don't know, Lizzie, if you're, thanks for, showing up and, welcome. I hope you're still
Yes.
here. She's got a really interesting question.
I did a meditation on healing my son's gut from food allergies. Can you tell me if it was effective? Oh,
Isn't that
I'm loving
interesting?
that.
That's
Yes.
different. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's
So,
see.
I don't have any date of birth. Can I just talk first?
Of course, nothing's popped
So,
out for me.
okay, so this is what I just pick up, energetic wise. So I feel like the solution is more than just about the meditation.
Mhm.
So, and I don't know if she's felt nauseous after doing the meditation, or your son's felt nauseous, but I'm getting a sensation of vomiting as well. So I don't know if that brought on vomiting, but I feel like purging comes up. So there's purging needs to happen. And I feel like it's not just about the meditation, but also about like the diet. I don't know if both of you, or if there's one of you that's scared to eat. There's something about a fear with food, and that might be connected to past life. So I feel like part of the meditation too is, I don't know if she was like using it like past life, like calling in or healing a past life issue around that. I picked that up. Um,
Interesting, right?
yeah, and I'm getting, there's something about plain. So I don't know if like you guys can only eat plain food, or food's been plain, or you have to be careful in the food. Like it just feels kind of plain, and raw and boring.
Mm.
And it's almost like they wish they could eat more, or like, wish they could incorporate, foods that have more flavor or more taste, or you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, for sure.
spices or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also want to, I don't know if you have the funds for it, because I believe in most places you have to pay for it. It's out of pocket, but seeing a nutritionist might help.
Mhm.
Yeah. What
Well,
did you have to share about that,
it's caused some
Julie?
conflict. These food allergies have caused some conflict. The devil popped out in a different
Oh,
deck. Um,
oh,
so
that's a yucky
there's
one.
right. I hate the devil card, but the devil card is
Not
actually a
that
pretty good
one.
card, right?
Make it so scary.
I know, but it's addiction. It is addiction, the devil card, and it is a toxicity. And but I'm taking it in this question as just some conflict in what you're believing. So I feel like you're wanting to believe one thing, but you really feel another way. Like you want to believe, like with food, you want to believe that you can find healthy, fantastic foods for you and your children, but you don't really believe that. There's this
Oh,
toxicity about the thoughts around food, and that's bringing up some stress for you, because
mm,
you want your children and yourself to be eating healthy foods, and it's hard to find
mm,
these days a really healthy route, and if you do, it's very expensive.
yeah.
So that's, I think, maybe some of the toxicity around the thought of food. So maybe if you can change the way you're thinking about food in general, because we have to have food. It's one thing that's really a hard discussion to have, because there's all kinds of things associated with it. Health reasons, number one, because we're eating
Yeah.
so much poison in our foods, and we're feeding our children poison, and we have really no control over that. We feel like there are some stores that you can go to that have all healthy foods, and are organic and fresh. And but again, that's expensive. So you're going to have to be really creative with this. You're going to have to really go outside the norms to find. You're going to have to go to local markets. You're going to have to go to local stores that bring in the local market food, so that you know what the pesticides are, what the chemicals are that they're feeding these animals and vegetables. And you need animal protein. You need protein, not animal protein, but you need protein, and you need
Mm-hmm.
all of the things that come in everyday food. You can't just not eat, and you can't just not feed your children. But get rid of some of the thoughts about food and how toxic it is, and start bringing in thoughts of how healthy food is and how
Mm-hmm.
good it makes me feel, and instill that into your sons of how good, really good food, healthy food makes you feel, rather than the sluggish, sugary, allergens that are out there. So if you could
Mm-hmm.
just change your mindset about it a little bit, I think that would do. Meditation is wonderful, because
Yeah.
you're starting to reprogram those thoughts. You're starting to reprogram that, rather than focusing on all the toxicity. You are starting to bring in health and well-being and abundance of food. I have abundance of healthy food. I can always find fresh food. There's always local
Yeah.
markets I can search out. It's work. It is. It's a job, but it is a job to feed ourselves healthy anymore. It really is. So good for you for taking it upon yourself to fix that, and to make sure in your household. The next thing that pulled up for me was the emperor. So this tells me you're just
Oh,
taking total control over this situation. All you have to do is shift your thoughts about it. You just have to shift your thoughts that food is bad to food is wonderful and healthy, and I will come across healthy food for me and my family. And
yeah.
you will, because you're seeking it out. Whatever you search for, you will find.
Yeah.
So just remember that.
Yeah. And it's not easy, because I know it varies from location, again, location to location, if you're in a big city
Yeah,
versus a
it
small
does.
town.
Mm-hmm.
So where I live, there's not so many fast food places. There are
Mm-hmm.
some, but not as many. Let's say the big city that's an hour away from me. So, or you go to the grocery stores and they have all the junk food near the front, right? So
Right.
sometimes it's hard, because we're inundated, or like, there's temptation, right? And that's what the devil could
Yeah.
be too. Like it's tempting to get just chips, or tempting to go to McDonald's, or, and
Right.
it's not always easy to say no.
Yeah.
I also get with her, like, I'm wondering too, like the toxic, because you kept bringing that up. I'm wondering if it's like some of these food allergies may not be because of the food, it may be because of the chemical,
Hmm.
or
Yeah.
like the source
The
of it. You see
processing
what I mean?
plant. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like maybe that's where the allergy is originating. It's not necessarily maybe the food item itself. So it could be like, let's say you're allergic to tomatoes, and it could be, well, maybe the tomatoes are bought from the grocery store, and it's like, well, it's mass produced, so it's full of chemicals,
Good point.
versus my own garden where it's fresh and it doesn't bother me, or my
Right.
son, right? I'm also hearing chef with Lizzie, so I don't know if there's like, this is going to lead to finding a chef that helps with the diet, with the food, like what you can eat and can't, and maybe your choices, or it could lead to
Yeah.
where you feel like, oh, I'm becoming a chef because I have to be creative and
That's
come
right.
up with, dishes that agrees with us and doesn't make us sick.
Lizzie,
So
I
Liz,
have no doubt about that. Two fools
okay,
popped up while you were saying that. So yes,
okay,
so change your thoughts about food, seek out what is healthy for you and your
yeah,
family, and then of course, you're going to become a wonderful chef, and people are going to be coming to you and saying, "I don't know what to do because
yeah.
my daughter, my son has food allergies and we don't know what to eat." And you'll say, "Well, I do," and you'll be able to help them.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard of, yeah, like there was a story I came across, this lady. I can't remember what her child could not eat. It was something major, and it was found in a lot of products, like when she
Yeah.
discovered. So she had to come up with recipes, and she ended up starting a business, and it's quite successful because there's
There you
quite a
go.
few people who have the same issue. So you never know, like something that's, challenging in our life could lead to something that's profound and that creates, something wonderful in our world and for those around us. Yeah.
Right?
So
Yeah.
Lizzie, yeah, so I hope you heard all that and those messages helped. And again, thanks for letting us read for you. It was wonderful.
Yes. Thank you so
So,
much. You want to do one more?
Donna, yeah, okay.
I
So
could do more.
Donna had some beautiful comments, and she's just wanted to say goodbye. So thanks, Donna
Oh, thank you,
Newmeyer,
Donna.
for being here and listening. Sorry we didn't get to you. Lona's here. Hi, Lona.
Hi,
Thanks for being
Lona.
here. Anne Iva, thanks for being here.
Hi,
We
Anna.
have Malik. Thank you for being here. And there was somebody else I saw. Mary, thanks for being here. Marie Piai is here. Vicky. Yeah, so do you want me to pick, or you want to pick?
Um, well, you pick because I haven't seen the whole feed like who's been
Okay.
here.
Okay, so I'll go with, oh, this is hard. I'm going to go with Malik because she's new. I believe Malik is a female, or a male. I'm sorry if I don't mean to
But
be rude.
energy
Malik,
is energy. We'll see.
yeah,
Yes.
she would like a card.
Let's see.
So,
Oh, I love that picture. I need that,
yeah,
right? With the moon? Is that the
I
moon?
know. Yeah, the full moon.
Yes. Did anyone
Oh,
watch the
she's female.
eclipse? She's female.
No, because it wasn't visible in my part of the world.
Ah, I
Was
watched
it
the whole
visible where
thing.
you?
Yes, I
Like
loved it.
the moon or the solar?
The
Because there was
moon,
two.
not the solar.
Okay.
I didn't see the solar. It wasn't
No, the
visible here.
solar wasn't visible in our Western world. Oh, Julie, we lost Julie again. She's going to pop in, I know. Okay. Well, Malik, thanks for clarifying. You're female. As we're waiting for Julie, I will calculate your number. There she is. There we go. There we go.
Stupid.
It's okay. It's all good.
It's all
May,
good. At least I know how to get back.
yeah. And it doesn't take long. So,
No.
well,
Well,
happy birthday, even though it was a few weeks ago.
yeah. Happy birthday,
Um,
May. Just like me. Wow, Malik is really going for what she wants. The Nine of Pentacles pulled out. Now, this is kind of the minor arcana for the Empress card. So it's earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But really, it's a card of independence and strength and self-empowerment and reaching for your own. It's a pentacle, so it's money. You're reaching for your own finances here as well, too. But you've also got some matters of the heart going on. The Ace of Cups pulled up, and this is kind of a passionate, fiery new beginning. Always a new beginning with the aces. So you're starting over with something that really means a lot to your heart. And in order to do that, you've had to walk away from something that you've put a lot of hard work into. So I'm always giving people credit when this card pops up, because it is not easy to do once you've devoted so much time and energy into something, and then you literally just have to walk away. But you have to walk away in order to get this self-empowerment. Now, whatever that means to you, take that as it resonates, because walking away doesn't necessarily always mean physically walking away from a situation. It means walking away from the drama of it, the chaos of it, just a mental block for a minute. Just take them. You're taking a minute now because you've done a lot of work here, So, and the next stage from walking away is always planning. So now you're planning, and this is a lot of times travel. So it may be that you're planning to travel. And where would you like to go? What would I like to see? Now you're really grabbing for what your heart wants here, and abundance will follow. Abundance in all areas follow this walk away for you. So it's painful, it's hard, but just shut it down for a minute. Walk away from it. You're already there, so you've got this, and then you can come back as a better person, and happier. You need to be happy with who we are before we can really contribute to certain situations and people. So good for you. Just do that. Reach for that gold. Reach for it, because this is your only chance. Life is very, very short and temporary, and we never know. So make those plans and grab that abundance that you deserve so very much, and it's coming. So that's what I'm seeing.
She just shared she got a new job and it's starting in a few months.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes.
However,
right.
A word of caution, because she's in Malik, you're in a number 9-year cycle. And so Malik, your calendar starts in March of the year and it goes to the following February. So your 9-year cycle started in March. So you're almost halfway there. Not quite, but almost. So 9-year is about endings, completion, reviewing, reevaluating our lives. It's like we're looking back and we're processing everything that we've gone through in the past and where we're at right now. So it's about wisdom. We're learning the truth, whether it's our own truth or not. It's about getting real and raw, because we're facing our fears sometimes to the darker side of life, because that's what the 9 energy is about. It's a healing year and letting go and forgiving. Now, it's interesting because with the new job, like, I'm not saying this is set in stone, but it could be a job where it does not work out. And I just want you to be prepared for that. And there's a reason why. So if your job doesn't work out, because whether you leave it or they let you go, there's a reason. Because the 9 is not about new beginnings. It's about cleaning up and, completion. And it's like what things that we have to end in our lives more than new beginnings. Okay. So time will tell if that job works or not. I don't want you to get hung up on that. But I just feel like I'm wondering if she's going through kind of like a midlife crisis, because I keep hearing she's done.
She's what?
Done.
Oh, done. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and I don't mean like you're done with life itself. Like, I hope not, but it's just done with like, this is how we're supposed to be, or you're done with certain aspects of how society works or how life works, or just done with, like you said, the drama and the crap. Like, she's just done with it all. and
Yeah,
she
for
just wants
sure.
to let it go. So it's like burdens and like heaviness. It's like this is a year for you to let go of a lot of the burdens, the heaviness. It's you're lightening your load this cycle this year.
Mhm.
Um, I feel like too she wants to like lighten the load, like not just necessarily maybe her beliefs and thought systems, but also her surroundings. So I just feel like she wants to make her life lighter. That's how I want to put it. So it's like, oh, when I come home, I don't have a lot of cleaning to do because I don't have a lot of knickknacks, or I don't have, I don't have to,
Yeah.
wash all this anymore. Like I just feel like it's lightening the load in all those senses. And love comes up for Malik too. I'm picking up
Mhm.
on love. So I don't know if she is in a relationship or not, but love becomes important this coming year, especially this summer. And it feels like wanting to connect in a heartfelt manner. So it doesn't matter. If you're single, it could mean like, oh, love is coming your way and maybe you want to connect with someone on a deeper level. It's
Mhm.
like no more crap, right?
Yeah.
Also, she says she's single.
She's single, but she is manifesting something new as far as love because of that Ace of Cups too. You're transforming how you feel about love. I feel like maybe that has to do with this walking away of the drama. But yeah, I feel a big transformation for you for real. And the Nine of Pentacles. It's interesting that she's in a nine, because sometimes
Mm,
completions are a completion of a hard story too. Sometimes things get hard for us for a decade, and then you
yeah,
finally feel that wheel of fortune. The wheel of fortune will always turn. It will always turn, whether you're in the best place of your life or the worst place of your life. So just remember that it's turning for you right now. That's what that nine is. It's that completion of that wheel, of that cycle. And some of those cycles are lifelong and some are a year long, but there are these cycles we go through. And
yeah,
you are completing that cycles. You are
yeah.
done with that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I keep forgetting to add, like, I can get so, because the nine energy is so serious and it can be difficult because, we're dealing with the harder side of life in that cycle. But I keep forgetting to mention it can be beautiful, and in the sense it's like we realize certain dreams. This is the year where certain dreams come to fruition, or finally, things come to be in the 9-year cycle because, you've been working on it in the past for so long. It's like it happens. So it could be a good year that way too. So I'm wondering if she's been wanting love for quite a while, or been trying to work on, you know, a, you know, a, attaining or meeting that someone special that speaks to her heart. This could be the year like she finally gets that. She
Yes.
meets that special someone. Yeah.
Absolutely. This is with this card coming out like this is a nine, and the nine can also be wishes fulfilled, wishes
Yeah.
granted. So that's how I'm feeling about this. I'm feeling like you've wanted this for a very long time, and you're
Yeah.
finally getting your wish. Whether that's, I feel like it's love too. I don't feel like it's career so much, but I do see the career and the plans for career, and this is a Pentacles card. So money abundance is yours. Money is yours for the picking.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I feel done, you guys. I don't think I can do any more. Can you?
No, I feel good too. I feel like we did a good job.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. So so Malik said she's been manifesting a happier career. So so it could
I can see
be.
that.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
do think I just want to see if I just want to pull one card for Anne with the male friend communicating. I just want to get one card on it and see.
On who?
On Anne, she's wondering if a male friend will communicate. Yes.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Communication is coming to you. This is a Knight of Wands, and Knights are always about communication, always. And so, yes, that your male friend will be communicating with you very, very soon.
Oh, there's
Yes.
this
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just wanted to see. Okay.
Okay.
Good.
And then so maybe can you can you answer one more question, because I know
Yes.
this lady.
I've got it. Yes.
So Lona,
Lona.
yes, she's been grappling with this situation for a few years now, because I've known her for a few years, and she keeps
Okay.
going back and forth on this subject. She hems and haws on it. It's just So Lona, what I get for you, even though I know you and your situation, I feel the question that pops up for me is where you're going to go. Because I feel like you need to have something lined up first before you sell your house. Because it just feels like your house would sell quickly. And I don't want you to be like scrambling, like, oh my God, where are we going to live or where are we going to go? So I feel like you need to find your next home first. Even if you don't, doesn't mean you go and buy something or you go and sign the papers for the next place, but you have at least an idea or you feel good about your next place, right? That's how what I
Absolutely.
get.
Oh,
So
yes.
yeah.
Yeah. And Lona, the Empress pulls up. So this is receptive. You're open to that, to finding a new place but Tina's absolutely right because again, the devil, this is kind of toxic for you in the way you're thinking about it. So I feel like what you're worried about is you want to sell your house. Prices are great right now. I want to sell my house
Yeah.
too, But she's right. Unless you have that next step planned, we've got to be prepared for our next moves in all areas. Spirit won't ever let us just sell our house and knowing that we'll be homeless. That won't happen. Spirit's got your back. So change the way you're thinking about it. Start getting excited about what's new for you.
Oh, Julie.
Right. Can you see
Julie
me?
talk. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
there
here.
we go. Yeah.
So start,
Oh,
no video,
we
but probably audio.
we can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, so keep going.
Change
Yeah.
change the way you're thinking about that. Change your thoughts about so much about what you could get for your house now. Like start, what can I get? Where can I go? What can I do? Maybe I don't want to live in this town anymore. Maybe I don't want to live in this country anymore. Start planning your future rather than the sale of the house, because that's stopping you almost. It's almost stopping you from being this fool and taking that next. It's a blind faith card, but spirit with the devil popping out with it is saying change the way you're looking at it. Change the way you're looking at it and start planning your future. And then the house will sell when you're ready for that house to sell, when you're ready to take that next leap of faith into the unknown. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I know she's fearful of selling because she doesn't want to make a mistake or she's doing the wrong thing and if what she's going to get is it going to be to her liking because she's been there for quite a while and it's hard to let go when we get comfortable. Change is not
Yeah.
always easy, right?
Yeah.
And so I can see where you're saying like don't focus on where you've been or what but where you're
Right.
going to next and
Yes.
getting excited and that could be why maybe searching for your next place because that could help calm you,
It
just
will.
knowing like okay, these are my options. Wow, these are pretty good options. Like it's
Yeah.
better than what I have now. It could get you more
Absolutely.
excited and looking forward to making those changes or selling your house, right? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to change everything for you when you shift. You just got to
Yeah.
shift. Just shift out of should I sell? Should I not? Should I sell? Should I not?
Right.
Like just shift out of that thinking. Completely shift out of there and think, well, where do I want to go? What do I
Yeah.
where would I like to have my view? What do I want to see?
Yeah. Yeah.
Out my window.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. And what are the kind of things I want in my next home? Like all those things can get
that's
you
right.
excited and help you like create your next step. Yeah. And comfort
Yeah.
you in the process. So
Yes.
Lona, thanks for tuning in and I hope those messages helped. You'll
Yeah.
have to let me know.
Good luck. It's
You'll
gonna all
have to
work
let
out.
me know.
Yeah.
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 Oh my gosh, people. I'm feeling drained, honestly. Like I feel like oh, there was one more thing I wanted to share, and I forgot to. So Malik, thanks for tuning in and letting us read, read for you and share messages. Um, yeah. And for those that we missed, I know we wanted to get to you. I promise we did.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you. We'll be back for more free readings. We will,
Yeah, we do
for
this
sure.
once a month. We do this once a month, every month. And if you follow the page Enlighten Energy, you'll get the notification when we do this.
Yeah.
And I want to say I promise, but if you were missed this time and you show up the next time we do the free readings, we will try. there's a high likely chance we'll get to you first or near the beginning, right?
Yeah, right.
Because
Yes.
we try to remember. We try to
Yes, we
remember
do.
who we've gone to before and not.
Yeah.
So, and I know there was people that joined us that are regulars, and thank you for being here. And I know we didn't get to the regulars, but it's because we wanted to get to the newbies. So I hope you understand that.
I hope so. Yes.
Also, we appreciate everyone that did listen and that we read for, because that's, I feel that's a huge thing, to trust
Oh,
us and to
yeah.
believe in us. Yeah, because you never know what's going to come out of our mouths.
Thank you so much.
We try to be like pleasant and all good, with
Yeah.
what we share.
Yes.
Thanks for listening.
Uplift. Yes.
Yeah, and I just want to add, we are available for personal and private readings. So Julie, her email, so we just share our email addresses. So contact us through email. We're scrolling at the bottom. If it's missed, just go to Enlightened Energy page and message us, and we will share our contact that way. So, you'll never, it won't, we do try not to make it hard, right, to contact us in that sense. Yeah.
Send me an email. Yeah.
Yeah. So, if you want a tarot reading with Julie, send her an email. If you want a number reading with me, send me an email. Yeah. And other than that, be well, everyone. Summer is coming this weekend. Woohoo.
Wow.
For some of us. I know in Canada, we're looking forward to it.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. I know in the States,
It's
not so much.
120.
And that's Fahrenheit, right?
That's Fahrenheit. It's going to be 113 today, Fahrenheit, and 118 the rest of the week.
So I think that might be 30, 40s Celsius, because we go by Celsius in Canada. That's hot.
It's hell. It's hotter than hell. Not that I know what hell is, but yes, maybe I do.
No wonder the devil card showed up so often today.
Right. So stay cool if you're on the West Coast anyway.
I'm just, oh my God. So you said 120 Fahrenheit?
Yes, 120. Yes.
They said it's 48 Celsius.
Yeah. It burns you. Literally, my seat, I have welts like if I was wearing shorts. Your car seat will burn you. It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Yeah. So stay safe, everybody.
Yeah, stay safe, keep cool, stay warm, depending where you are in the world. Someone just popped in and they said it's winter in Australia. Yeah, it's winter because they're the opposite of the northern. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So anyways, again, everyone, thank you and be well and take care.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, Julie.
Bye, Tina.
Bye. I'm trying to end the broadcast. Here we go.